Alright guys, so we are back for part 2. Now this is my first time to ever cut in the middle of an episode like that, so I'm hoping everything's okay, but we're gonna find out. Alright, let's get some iron, get some of those. Alright, what am I missing now? Probably chips. No, iron. Or somewhat, trying to even them up. Okay. I'm trying to determine how I'm line for the copper and whatnot. How much? 737. And you know what? It's only half on. So that's good for now. That'll make it easier for when I need to grab some. Stop it with this. I don't think I can go any further anyways. There we go. That side stops. Oh well. There we go. Alright, now how to add this? Alright, it's gotta go this way. Now I'll probably end up feeding it here. I may just say, screw a train for this one, just feed it right in. That would be the best thing. That's where all the water is. And this big old thing. So, let's get feeding those lines and just feed it up here. Okay, so part 2 of this whole mess is going to be pretty much all the post commentary. If you're wondering what I did right there, I thought about, let's take the car. Then when I get here, it's like, yeah, I didn't need the car. I should have put it in case I get an attack. Oh, well. So, here I'm just setting up the wiring. I'm going to set up the electrical network I need to get down there, but I was also setting up the electrical network about right for when I take that coal area right there. If you're wondering where I'm heading, in the part 1 technically for me, but episode previous to this one for you guys, I had recently just opened up, fought my way down to this copper mine down here. Now the copper mine isn't very big, but it's going to be big enough for what I need, and I'm probably going to vastly increase my copper production, sorry, split half of it off and send the half down here. Probably do the same with iron until I set up more smelteries and whatnot. And down here, it's pretty much just going to be my green chip production, and it's going to ship it everywhere that's going to be needing it. Those of you wondering, I'm kind of making, what is the best way to call them? Probably islands. I forgot about that big base down there that I discovered. I was like, okay, what am I going to do here? I was like, I need more ammo. But, well, I went put out the defenses, but I realized I need more ammo to really do an assault here. So I just put down some basic turrets, just in case it gets attacked. It can defend and divert the attention of all the biters and spitters to the turrets. 2 is more than enough to take care of them. Shoot about as fast as me, but they do a lot more damage. So yeah, like I was talking about, I was going to do kind of islands thing, like factory in one corner. Like down there is going to be chip production, another place is going to be like, I don't know, gears production, shift that everywhere. Then, each area is going to be its own production, and minus a few things, they're pretty much going to have everything they need to be shipped in, like copper wiring. They're going to produce there. There's no point in just making a ton of that and shipping it out, just for how easy it is to make and how often it's needed. Now I'm using those turns to kind of finish this, to get an idea of where I want to place the wall. But I was like, screw that, let me put these down. Like, get these started, I can worry about the wall later. So yeah, it's all gonna be under constant attack, because they are right there where the aggro is most. So I finished this, figured I'd get it right up there, use the water as a natural border. I ended up changing the door location, but most of it's just gonna stay as it is. So I want to have a fallback line too, in case I really need to fall back, which I do use. And I was like, I might as well double up just in case, you know, it doesn't go quite to plan. I had to park that car right there. But I get this fixed up. And I don't actually get this entire base destroyed. I believe I get all but the bottom. It's got some big worms in there. Just constant spawn of enemies. I'm having a hard time to do it. And here I end up losing the car. So that's one car. I've lost count of how many I actually lost during the game. You lose those like constantly. They're so much more tankier than you are. And you really need them. They also shoot faster than you. I think they do just as much damage as you can do. I'm not 100%. You grab fish, you can use them to heal. I couldn't figure out where the heck the fish went in my thing until after I didn't need it. So again, I try round 2. Let's go. And I get quite a few things done here, but there's just way too many of them to do anything really. So heal up. I'm gonna have to turret creep. Yeah, realized it right then. Get everything set up. Almost lost the turret. They are coming. They are coming hard. So I figured I can get everything that's relatively close and use those as protection, but they ain't working too well. Running out of ammo, or running low on ammo, so I turret up again. Take down what I can. I realized, oh crap, there is a big worm. Try to see what I can do with it right there, and I get some stuff done, but I don't get too much done. Now, it eventually turns night, and this is the reason why I couldn't finish, besides the big worms and everything coming out. I just couldn't see. So I was like, screw it, I'm just going to get what I can get here, and then I'm just going to call it a day. I get hit hard. There was my last fish. You actually cannot cook those things, sadly. And that's just me checking to see what's all left and whatnot. And it's done attacking me, so I was like, yeah, let's just leave it as it is. And this is just me spacing out the turrets. With enough space to put 2 turrets in between each set is basically how I like to do it. And I'll say autosave hit the wrong times because I just had it right down there. Ugh. I had it correctly, but unfortunately the save hit. It's like, crud. I gotta restart. I ended up taking that last one out, I believe. But again, I run out of ammo. I don't have enough to really hold what's there. Yeah, I take that last one out. I don't get to start up this episode primarily because I want to figure out. I was wanting to figure out where exactly I was wanting to put the chip factory. And there's not really too much copper here to really justify a huge network, but I know I'm going to have a train station just needing to go down here. And here's why I figured out exactly how I want the line. And it's going to be a double line coming through there, but I decided, you know what, I'm not going to go up. I'm going to go straight right after the 2 lines meet. Here I'm just figuring out what research I want, or I'm looking for a specific one. I think I'm looking for acclimators. They basically act like batteries. And I couldn't remember what their icon looked like, and I couldn't remember what they were under. Yeah, I got tired of looking, so I'm going to look through here. I think I found it by clicking on the battery, because I remembered, hey, they're just basically batteries. I still can't even see the icon here. Yeah, click on batteries, boom, there it is. Which obviously requires 5 batteries, which is going to take, I'm going to need the oil. Get that oil refinery up. For right now, though, I'm not too interested in it, as I want to get... I usually have a factory up, some kind of automation up, doing everything I need to do, or at least getting me some of the stuff that I need. But again, I've never actually played with such demand for resources that the resources I have around now, they would have lasted me for so long. Now I barely have any, and because they require so much more, my throughput, it's not just the supply and demand now. Well, it's still supply and demand, but it's not solely based on how much you can pull from a single vein. It's now, or a patch of iron, or patch of resources. I haven't slept yet. I'm probably not going to get to sleep for 3 hours. But, yeah, it's not just a patch of resources and how much it's in there. It's how many you can find to increase your throughput now when you really, really require so much to build everything. The throughput is just a bottleneck right now. I really don't know how to explain it. It's just I've played it for quite some time. I know what I'm thinking. I know what I want to say, but I just don't know how to put it into words. One of my biggest problems, I guess you could say, even though I like to write, which is kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe I can write down better than I can talk. But here I decided, you know what? I need to increase the throughput. I got a lot of iron coming in, but I don't have enough iron going down the lines. It's not moving fast enough. What you saw me running over there to the right for earlier was, I think I was trying to plan where I wanted the output to be, but I also need to figure out how I want to adjust, you know, the whole smeltery thing for the new inputs that'll be coming in. Which I still haven't 100% figured out how I want to do it. But I need to figure out exactly how many iron smelteries I'm going to require. I am really close to I don't even remember what it is. It's like the third level or the second level of production for, you know, smelteries. How I got the steel furnaces instead of the standard stone. Well, the next one I get electric furnaces. Now here, I'm obviously increasing the throughput of what the lines can take for the steel coming out. This way, I can have more on the line. And, you know, increase the throughput. There's the word. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Here I kept messing. I was like, what's going on? Why? Usually you put it down and replaces it, but I think you gotta have it on the same direction as well, and I didn't realize I wasn't. I don't even remember why I had that there, that splitter. I think I had an idea for it, but then I changed it and just forgot to take it into consideration. Oh yes, the oven. Then, like I said, the next level of oven is the furnace. Technically, is the electric. I will no longer need coal, so I can ship all the coal straight to my steam and get that done. And you know, all that's heading down there. I do have to worry about power because my consumption is going to go through the roof, and my consumption is actually quite high as it is. So I'm going to have to increase the amount of power I have. Probably should triple it right now, but I think I have the resources to do it, but I really need to plan out exactly how far out I want to go. I need to figure out where I want to put all the power at. Here I'm just picking up some of the excess ones just to get rid of it. And, you know, you can never have too many when you're expanding. Plus, I get to pick up some of those the red belts, so I can finish upgrading the lines over here. Get all this stuff off as fast as possible, and it does help. It helps considerably. But like I said, these things really work much better when they have at least blue belts to send all the throughput through. And that's really what it's built around. So I'll probably build, I think I'll have a total of 10 for the iron. And that's 10 of these little segments just for iron. The one that's copper, I'm going to actually move that down. I don't know where, but I'm going to move it down. And I may end up having just 5 copper. I may actually end up expanding that to 10 again, just like the rest. And as I keep saying, this is going to be the main hub for smelting the basics, the copper and the iron into the plates. I don't know when it's going to come around that I'm actually going to expand in that direction. I'm still relearning the game. I'm learning the new stuff. And I'm really just trying to get the resources I need to do the expansion. And it's just hard to do now. Again, increased cost requires not just more backup resources that are in each pool, and I think that was just roaming right there, but also more throughput coming down the line just to make sure you can build everything. Oh, now I'm going out. I have an idea where I'm going to put the rail, but I need to get rid of a few things. So that's gone, and this little guy's gone. So this will also stop the attacks against me for a while. This will stop them from picking up the pollution. And here I'm making a save because I'm about to do something stupid. I'm about to attack a bigger base. Which I quickly figured out, yeah, not a good idea. I was like, okay, I got grenades. I'm just going to throw them onto the bases. I'll take out the bases and the things in them all at the same time. And it was working for a while. Get out, I repair it, and lo and behold, I just go in and lose it all again. It's just that big a base. It's just hard to get in, and I really didn't realize that there were another big worm. I don't know if there's any other worms in there, but I know there's that one big one over to the right of the base in the forest. It's really hard to see, especially at 2 times. Or 3 times speed, actually, not 2 times. I decided, maybe I can use that for defense. I was like, no, I need to go forward more. I'm low on ammo, so I gotta be careful. I don't know how much ammo was in the car, but I know it was a decent amount left over, and yeah, I'm running low on ammo. No, maybe not. I always think I am, though, because I'm always using it just at insane rates. Now here I was thinking, okay, I've got the oil. I might as well go night vision, so I'm going to need something that generates the power and something that stores the power. So you need the solar panels and the battery. Eventually, you can get like a generator that'll produce the power regardless of the time of day, but I think I need blue science for that. And again, that's not even set up, so wishful thinking, but at least I'm prepared for, hey, when I can make the night vision, and I no longer have to worry about not being able to see in the dark, or you guys not being able to see in the dark. I can do a lot more things. Not only that, the base stats of the modular armor is actually greater than that of the heavy armor. So I'll be able to fight more, take more damage, and not be able to worry so much about it. And now, I don't think I noticed that patch of coal right there when I just walked past, but I think I've noticed it somewhere later in the video. But right now I'm thinking, hey, I can use that coal patch to fuel up the trains that come down here. I don't know if I'm fueling up, yes, I am fueling up the one at the top, but I can fuel up this one that comes down here. Eventually, once I get the second station up at the main base set, I can just load everything up on this. And right here it's like, hey, I'm doing the measuring, the usual. Now this thing is too small for, yeah, here's, I'm just kind of showing off all the different spots for resources I can see, but that's all stone except for one I think I haven't covered yet. But yeah, here I'm having a hard time with the finicky planning system. I want to, yeah, exactly right here. I want to make where the track's going to be in the station area. It does take a second to do, but I eventually get it done. And here I'm just blasting away some trees to get ready for the track. But I run out of, oh no, I don't run out of those. Anyway, Past Me's coming back. Later, guys. Okay. I think I'm going to call it a day. I've been recording for a little bit. I don't know how long it is compared to my normal one, but I really need to get up, do something. My legs are starting to kill me. Obviously, I've had a ton of combat. I'm going ahead and setting this up. I got my scanner right down here to give me line of sight of everything here, but to start scanning. So I've already found some stone. I got this massive base here, I'm going to need a ton of drones following a damn tank to get through some of this stuff. Or at least give me some power armor, give me some shields on those things. I did find this 3.6 million iron ore compared to the slowly dwindling stuff here. Believe me, that's not going to last all that long. More stone. There's a ton of stone on this map. I'm not going to be hard up for stone. Doesn't look like I've actually found any more uranium. Just that 13k right there. Not finding more enemy bases. I did leave the worms there because if I can get around them and not have to deal with them, that's fine. I do need to take care of this nest eventually. Eventually that one as well. And it's starting to look like I'm going to have to get up here sooner rather than later. If anything, just to wipe those nests out. But I haven't done anything with this yet because right down here, I'm going to obviously mine copper, but more so is either up here, down here, or over here. Probably up here. I'm going to have a chip factory, like a huge chip factory. And it's going to ship the chips around to where I need it. So for now, it'll probably just stock up. But I'll need to make an offload platform here, or technically a loading platform. And I need to put you guys some bullets. Oh, no, not 50. Get in there. I've lost so many freaking cars lately. I don't know what's going on. Oh, they're tankier than me, but they're not heavily tanky. And if you get surrounded, you're screwed. You are screwed. You might as well just start tossing grenades on top of yourself. It'll free yourself up for when you get out, when the car eventually explodes. You can run off. But yeah, I'm just setting up. This thing's only big enough to do two loading points, 2 cargo wagons here. It's going to be a 4 long one, just so I don't have to modify everything or modify it later. I can just send one train as soon as it's done grabbing everything from here. I could just assign it somewhere else and get rid of the tracks here, rather than just modify the train then send it on its way. But yeah, I figured I'll just clear out the forest here and make the factory here. And instead of having, this line here being where it loads up, I'll probably have some lines going this way, because multiple trains are going to need to stop here to pick up the chips and send them where they need to go. This is not a very efficient build, but this is my way of having a little bit of fun in this game. I am going to have to clear a ton of these forests. So that I might actually do off camera, or definitely during a sped up mount, but I might as well do it here since I'm talking. But like I said, I don't know how long I've been recording. I need to get up and walk around. So I'm definitely calling the episode here. So if you enjoyed what you see, laughed at me, or found something interesting, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. Go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoyed your time here. If you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I do this game. I'm doing Twabor right now, which is Latin for I will defend, if you're curious. Playing with some of the devs and other streamers on it. Let's see, what else? If you want to see any other game, or you have questions about the games I do play, or whatnot, go ahead and post it down in the comments. I'll answer, and I'll try to give you the best answer I can. If you're wanting to know a lot about this game, I'm just going to warn you, I can only give you what my current knowledge is, and my knowledge is just really old. I am running off old knowledge and learning things as I go. It's just kind of how my style is. But other than that, I will see you guys next time. Later.